welcome back to my channel, Jamie Friend Colors, where we do everything coloring books and a little bit of everything else. So today, I don't know, I just kind of needed something to do, something to relax and just enjoy. So I have pulled my Carolina Kubikowska books, Ticket to Ride, and this one, and beautiful, beautiful books. And they're so fun to watercolor because there is so much detail in the drawings that just adding a little splash of color really does a lot for the page. So I thought that's what I could do today. So I've got my brushes and some water, and I've pulled some Doc Martin Hydrus watercolors. So they're a liquid watercolor. They're very vibrant. So I thought I could play with those a little bit. So let's get started. I'm looking for a green. This is phthalo green. We could add a little yellow to it. It might be my only green, it looks like. But I do have some Hansa yellow here that I could mix into it. So let's try that. So these come with a little like dauber. I'm just gonna squeeze them out on my palette. And then I think I'll add just a little bit of yellow. This is Hansa Yellow Light. Just to brighten it up a little bit. And then I'm going to take my brush, dip it in my water here, and then I'm going to put some water. I'm going to just drip water onto that so it kind of thins it out a little bit. I can mix it. Get it in that brush. Okay, be a little more water. Alright, I am no expert at watercolors by any means of the imagination, so let's see what this does. So pretty. I do like these watercolors because they are so vibrant. Just fun to play with. different, you know, so they're not all the same. Brush a little more this time. I'm going to grab a little more yellow. Put it over here. Just a little bit. We don't need a lot. You can see how far it goes. So this, if it dries on your palette, you can always reactivate it. So you don't need a lot. A drop is good. So, a little more yellow in it. We'll put in another tone. I don't know about you guys, but this time of year is hard. It's too cold for my kids to like go really outside and play, and so they don't know what to do and they're bored, and they don't have as much school, and my one son's autistic, so when his schedule's messed up, he really gets whiny and complainy and has a hard time, and it just starts to get to you. Sometimes I need to just take a break and do something fun with no real consequences, you know? And nobody's standing at the door going, "Mom! Mom!" I'm glad I have them. I mean, this time of year would be boring without them because they're all excited and everything for Christmas and stuff, but it's also hard. had my youngest at the therapist today. They want me to track his sleep to see if he's sleeping as much as he should be or as well as he should be, and I'm not sure how to go about doing that. He doesn't, I know he gets up sometimes at night, but he doesn't ever come and wake us up or tell us that he's up. And his bedroom's downstairs with his brothers, and I don't know what to do. So I'm looking at some options for, we tried like a cheap, like, I don't know, it's like a knockoff Fitbit kind of thing, but I don't think it was working right. And I don't know if that was just the brand that I bought, it was a really cheap knockoff, or if it's because his wrists and stuff are so small that it's not really tracking correctly on him. I don't know. So I don't know. I'm trying to think about that and look at some options. If anybody has any suggestions, let me know, though I don't know when this video is going up. I usually know, but right now things are a little crazy, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna grab my other yellow, which is a warm yellow. This is Gamboge, and it's a warm toned yellow. I'm just gonna put a drop of that. Some water. He's struggling. I don't know, like some days I see that making improvements, and other days I feel like we are right back where we started. He is just so difficult. If you're new here, him and his oldest brother are both adopted from foster care. We've had them for 4 years. But things that happen to kids when they're so little, it just stays with them, and sometimes they don't know how to express what's going on in their head, and so they lash out, and it can be very, very trying on a family. And for him, he was 10 months and he came to live with us, and I don't know, but he was exposed to so much, so little, and it's just difficult. He doesn't know how to how to react appropriately to things, and we're trying. He's been in a therapeutic preschool all this year, and seeing a therapist that's with the preschool, and he's seen psychiatrists, and he has been diagnosed with ADHD, which isn't uncommon with children who were exposed to drugs in utero, which he was. And so that can be some of it, but he's just very over dramatic, and everything that's bad is just like, you have a little bit of an owie, you know, like, oh, it's an owie, and you kiss it better and they move on with their life, you know, and he just screams at the top of his lungs, and it's like he's dying, and you're like, it's a scratch, you're okay, like, let me just kiss it better and we can move on with our life. And he just can't. It's just like, he just screams and screams and throws a tantrum. And lately his thing has been, if we ask him to do something he doesn't want to do, he screams that he hates you and chucks things around the room, and it's just hurtful and it's hard. We love him. He's so cute when he wants to be, and you know, I know that we're supposed to be his family and he's supposed to be ours, and but sometimes I lay in my room and cry and wonder if this is what my life is going to be for the next 20 years, and if I'm really cut out for it, you know. It can just be difficult. I added red and I didn't even tell you. That was deep red rose. It's very pretty. I liked adding it with that yellow. It's very pretty. I'm gonna take some of that lighter orange that I've made on my palette here because I kind of have a gradation here, so I can grab some and fill in that little, yeah, that's nice. Right there. Now I need some like brown. So I'm actually going to take a little of this red that's here. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to grab a little water. And I'm going to grab a little bit of this green, just a touch, and mix it together. And it's going to give me an olivey brown color. Because red and green are opposite, so they cancel each other out, and so we get that neutral color. Very nice. We're staying home for the holidays. My husband has to work Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas. So traveling was out, which is fine. I like to stay home. I'm a homebody. So it's going to be a nice, quiet Christmas, I'm hoping. I have this white, which most of the time you don't use white in watercolors, but I did learn that they put white in watercolors so that you can make it into gouache if you want. So, but I'm going to just drop a drop of white right here, and I'm going to pull some red, this color into it, so I have a lighter variation, I'm hoping. Let's see. Really creamy. Yeah, there we go. Just a nice creamy coral color. Yeah. And it'll probably be a little more, yeah, it's more transparent because of that white we put in there, so I gotta be careful with it. Because it's gonna cover up more of the details and lines that the artist has given us to work with. And then I'll grab just a little bit more. But my other two boys have been doing really well, and they're excited for Christmas. We asked Curly, he's our autistic son, he's 8. We asked him what he wanted for Christmas, and he told us he wanted cake and Arby's. So, not too difficult to please. He's really easy. So, that's cute. My other ones want a lot bigger, more expensive things that I'm afraid they're not going to get to their... So I'm hoping they will be happy with what we have picked out for them that was a little more in the budget. I'm going to add just a little more yellow. Put another dot here. Oh, he's swimming. These are fun to play with. See what colors you get. I like it. Just want a nice orange here. So then this next year, I want to color up more of what you guys want me to color. So I love that some have been giving suggestions on different books they want to see colored in. So if you have a suggestion, please put it in the comments down below so that I see it and can schedule to color in your book that you would like. I think that's a lot of fun. I also have been, I don't know, I'd like to do a little more like art journal stuff, I don't know, and maybe some more encaustic to speed through stuff. So if you're interested in those things, let me know. If you're not interested, let me know. Say, no, we just want coloring pages. Okay, you know, that's the consensus. But sometimes I like to do different things. I get bored, I get restless, and I have to mix it up, which is why I like mixed media, and even in my coloring books using different materials. But yeah, I'm open to different things. It'll be fun. So I'm trying to plan some stuff to do next year. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. We'll go from there. Okay, that's really pretty. Now we kind of have this goose and the shadow of the goose, and then kind of smoke, I don't know, water or smoke. Let's see, it's kind of abstract in the back there. Maybe let's grab some bluer colors. Let's see. Let's get a drop of ultramarine here. And I kind of, let's do a drop of phthalo as well. That's like one, ultramarine is cooler, phthalo blue is warmer. So kind of maybe get a neutral blue, pretty bluey blue. We'll add quite a bit of water here. Okay, yeah, just nice bluey blue here. And let's put that in some of here. Just fun to play in. Get a little bit darker and kind of take it up in here. I don't know what's going on up here. Oh, another thing I was thinking about was comparing, I don't know, learning a little bit about different colors and kind of the history of different colors, and taking a look at, I don't know, what is, do all the carmines look the same? Because I know they don't. And how are they different? I don't know. And learning a little bit about the history of different colors. Would that be interesting? I think it's interesting, but that doesn't mean anybody else would find it interesting. That's another idea that I have floating around in my head. Or like the history of ochre. Camera shut off and I didn't notice. Don't know how much I was talking about. All right, I'm just using a little bit of water so I can diffuse it a little bit. Not really, it's kind of sitting where I put it. Okay, I really like this though. I'm gonna put just a little bit of that. Okay, so see this orange has dried, but if I just add a little water, it just reactivates. So, ooh, red bleeds in too. All right, I'm gonna put a little on his beak here. Go here. And I think that's really pretty. Fun. It's fun to just do little bits, isn't it? Pull out some colors and play. Oh, I like it a lot. This is Cobalt Violet. I put a drop. Little shadows. So pretty. Oh, I like it. I like playing sometimes. Just relaxing. Oh, I love it. Okay. So fun, so quick. I love it. So pretty. All right, well, I think that's all I'm gonna do for today, and I hope you guys have an awesome week. I hope you guys find time to relax and de-stress and just enjoy a hot cup of cocoa next to the fire, or a nice book, or some coloring, whatever relaxes you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.